Let's move on to something interesting. I want to protect myself from the harm of others. Well, Allah tells you, get up in the morning, pray. Once you're done with your prayer, or before or after, around about that time, sit for a moment. It will take you 5 to 10 minutes, depending on what exactly you want to ask me. And I want you to go through certain verses of the Quran for your own benefit. Protect yourself. So what you do, read Ayatul Kursi thrice. What's Ayatul Kursi? You can Google that as well. Because if I'm going to read it out and translate it, we're going to perhaps be here for a while. But Ayatul Kursi, the verse, please put up your hands if you guys know what Ayatul Kursi is. Okay, most of us, there we are. It's a verse of the Quran that is very powerful. In Surah Al-Baqarah, it has in it not just the praise of Allah, but how great He is, and the protection of Allah is mentioned in that verse. If you repeat it thrice, Allah says you will be protected right up to the evening. Protected from what? Harm, jealousy, evil spells, the evil eye, and so on. Add to that the last 2 surahs of the Quran, and if you can, the last 3. So I'm going to read Qul Huwallahu Ahad, Qul A'udhu bi Rabbil Falaq, Qul A'udhu bi Rabbin Nas. The last 3 surahs. If I don't know them, they're very easy to memorize. I tell you what's a hack to memorize things. Do you want to hear the hack? My brother, if you listen to something with the same reciter's voice repeatedly over and over again, 1,000 times, you memorize it off by heart. That's a hack. That's a hack. To listen. When I memorized the Quran, I was only a young kid of 11 years old and I was done with the Quran. But I still had a lot of polishing to do, you know. I had to memorize it strongly. In those days we had cassettes, little cassettes with, you know, those of you who know TDK, subhanallah, and so on. And so what happened? My father tells me, here's a gift for you, Khalil al-Husari, and later on Sheikh Ali al-Hudayfi. You listen to these. And I promise you, I was later introduced to Sheikh Sudais. He wasn't yet an imam, but he became an imam round about that time in the 80s. And so what happened is, I listened to it repeatedly. To this day, when I'm reading the Quran, wallahi, it's as though I can hear that in the background and I'm just repeating it. Subhanallah. Because I used to put on my headphones and listen to it over and 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 over. See, you're getting irritated by the number of overs, right? But that's what I did. And even more than that. And it helped. So that's a hack. You want to learn something, Ayatul Kursi, listen to it over and over again. In fact, when I was with a group of kids not too long ago, and I told them, what have you memorized? Nearly all of them memorized songs. And how do you memorize? I don't know. Just listen to it. I said, well, do the same to the Quran. It's even more important, right? We can do it for all the songs. You know them, whoa, 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 whatever else. I don't even know what. I just know it's a sound that keeps coming, right? Why? For what? And the Quran? The Quran will protect you. It will deliver you from evil. It will create a metal armor around you, wallahi. I've said it once before. There's a lady online, a Russian magician, who was speaking about spells and casting spells and so on. And she was asked, is there any time that it's difficult to cast a spell? She says, yes, Muslims. Straight. Google it, you check it out. She says they pray 5 times a day. It's so hard to cast a spell on them. I promise you, when someone like that tells you, you want to listen. But when Allah told you a long time back, then what? Then what? Then it's okay. Let's see. Try not to forget your Ayatul Kursi. So morning, Allah tells you, you want protection? This is what you do. You read these surahs.